Good day to our future registered nurses. So welcome to Prep Talk or the PRC Region 1 Examinees Pre-Exam, Technical Briefing and Licensure Know-How for the February 2026 Nurses Licensure Examination. So today's session, we will walk you through the important reminders, procedures, and clarifications you need to know before taking the NLE. So our goal is to ensure that all examinees are properly guided, well prepared, and fully aware of the examination protocols in Region 1. So by the way, I am Miss Rosa Victoria Carungay Quinto of PRC Region 1 Examination Section. So for this exam schedule, the NLE will be held in the following official testing centers. So we have Rosales, Pangasinan. Ang gagamitin po natin na school in Rosales is Rosales North Central School. Urdaneta City, Pangasinan. We will be utilizing Pangasinan State University, Urdaneta City Campus. And for Candon City, Ilocos Sur, we will be using the Ilocos Sur Polytechnic State College main campus at San Nicolas, Candon City, Ilocos Sur. So make sure to check your notice of admissions or know what to know your testing center. Next slide. Here you will find the program of examination for the nurses licensure examination on February 26 to 27, 2026. So ito po mismo yung snip ng program of exam na nada-download sa PRC website. So you will find the schedule of subjects, including the time allocation and sequence of the test. So for the first day of exam, Feb 26, 2026, Thursday, so tatlo yung subjects ninyo, Nursing Practice 1, Nursing Practice 2, and Nursing Practice 3. So for the second day, Feb 27, 2026, Friday, you have two subjects naman, Nursing Practice 4 and Nursing Practice 5. For the general instructions, these instructions outline what all examinees must observe prior to and during the examination. Please check or verify your school or building assignment at the PRC official website, www.prc.gov.ph, or doon din po sa aming PRC FB page, PRC Region 1 Ilocos Region. Posted na po ang ating room or school building assignment. So please check po and visit your school or building assignment prior to the day of the examination. Lalo na po kung kayo ay galing sa malayong lugar, kung kayo ay magko-commute, ganyan. To familiarize yourselves po with the venue or the location of your testing school. On the day of the exam naman po, please be very early for the first day of examination para i-verify naman ang inyong room and seat number. Okay. Late examinees will not be admitted. So please arrive early for a hassle-free pre-examination experience. Once the exam begins, yun nga po, hindi na kayo papayagan na mag-take ng exam. So examinees are required to wear the following attire every examination day. Same lang po sa male and female examinees. You have to wear your clinical uniform with white shoes and white socks, but without the nameplate, school insignia, or logo and pin. Pwede rin po ang school uniform. Para sa mga pregnant examinees natin, white clinical scrub suit, or kung hindi po siya talaga kasya, you may also wear maternity dress, preferably color white. So on the exam day, please bring only the allowed items. So ito yung mga dadalhin po ninyo. First, the notice of admission or the NOA. Please po i-check ninyong mabuti yung mapiprint or yung dala-dala ninyo na NOA kung tama lahat yung mga details na nandoon. 2 or more pencils. Number 2. Not necessarily Mongol, basta number 2 po yung pencil na gagamitin or dadalhin. Ball pens with black ink only. And may I just add, with transparent po na casing yung ball pen. 1 piece long brown envelope para lalagyan ng inyong ID sheets and answer sheets. 1 piece long transparent or plastic envelope na dapat po ay non-colored. Meron po kasing mga transparent na plastic envelope na may mga kulay. So, dapat yung non-colored po. For keeping your valuables and other allowed items. So, ano ba yung mga pwede mong ilagay dyan? Yun, yung NOA, pencil, ballpen, even your wallet. Basta walang nakalagay na mga notes doon. So, pwede mong ilagay. Pwede ka rin maglagay doon itong mga ano mo, snacks or meals mo, mga candies, yan, medications, ganyan. Please make sure that you have sufficient amount of food, which includes your snacks and meals, and generous amount of drinking water. Hindi po kayo i-allow na lumabas ng room para bumili or magpabili ng pagkain or mag-receive ng mga delivery or magpahatid ng pagkain. Yan. So, except for restroom necessities, no examinee shall be allowed to leave the examination room. So, make sure po na yung dadalhin ninyong pagkain at tubig ay enough na for the whole day. And kahit wala po kayong nararamdaman, ah, na masakit sa inyong katawan, magdala na lang po kayo pang sakit ng ulo, sakit ng tiyan, para sa mga babae naman po, pang dysmenorrhea, please include hygiene and sanitary kits para prepared po kayo. For the prohibited items naman, very strict po kami sa pag-implement nito. So, strictly prohibited po inside the examination premises. So, when we say examination premise, hindi lang po siya doon sa testing room. Yung whole building or even yung whole school. So, dapat sa labas pa lang po ng gate, ano na po doon, maiwan na lahat ng mga prohibited items. So when I say maiwan, nagagawa niyo po ng paraan sa sasakyan siya or sa transient houses ninyo, basta dapat po pagpasok ninyo ng gate, wala po kayong mga dalang prohibited items. So ano yung mga prohibited items natin? Lahat ng printed materials containing coded data, information, and formulas such as books, notes, review materials, pamphlet, kahit na gano'ng kaliit po yan. Even yung mga pamaypay, ganyan hindi po pwede na dalhin. All kinds of calculators, hindi rin po pwede. Gadgets, especially cellphone, smartwatches, yan, earplugs or AirPods, hindi din po pwede. Bags of any kind, all colored bags, even paper bags, eco bag, colored eco bag, yan, hindi po siya pwede. Even yung mga sling bags, kahit gaano kaliit man yan, basta colored, hindi po pwede. Pwede kayong magdala kahit yung supot lang na transparent, non-colored. Or yun nga, yung expandable na transparent envelope, non-colored transparent envelope. Pwede po yun. Yun yung parang pinaka-bag ninyo. In other examination aids not stated in the program, such as, but not limited to, extra papers such bond papers, yung printed electronic official receipt, wag na rin po kayong magdala. Mechanical ball pen or mechanical pencil, hindi rin po pwede. Ruler, folder, hindi din po pwede. Yan. So lahat po ng mga nabanggit na prohibited items, please po wag niyo na pong dadalhin. Kahit po kayo ay magmakaawa, pasensya na po, we need to follow this protocol or guidelines. The rules on the conduct of bodily search, inspection of personal belongings of the examinees, and the seizure confiscation of prohibited items during the exam shall be strictly observed. So meron pong dalawang phases actually. Doon sa gate, yon preliminary, lahat ng mga prohibited items, wala talagang makakapasok doon sa gate. Wala makakapasok na examinee pag may prohibited items. Hindi nyo rin siya pwedeng iwan sa guard. Okay? Next stage is sa harap po ng building or room, magkakandak si PNP Security Officer and the building supervisor na PRC personnel ng thorough bodily search. So here in Region 1, we use the least intrusive way of bodily and belongings inspection. Yung may metal detector po kami na ginagamit. Yan. So, madedetect po niyan kahit na ilagay sa panty or bra yung cellphone or kahit ilagay sa baunan. Kasi may mga ganong cases po sa baunan ng kanin, nandun yung cellphone, yan po. So, madedetect po ng metal detectors namin yan. So, para sa inyo rin po itong reminder na ito, baka kasi mamaya unintentionally nakapaglagay kayo ng notes sa inyong wallet or nakalimutan niyo yung inyong AirPods, nasa inyong belongings. So, 'wag po kayong magrereklamo kung medyo medyo matagal yung pag-conduct namin ng thorough bodily search before kayo makapasok ng room. Kasi yun nga po, ayaw din namin na merong ma-disqualify sa inyo. The mere possession of these prohibited items po, kahit hindi po ninyo ginagamit during the exam, pwede na po kayong ma-disqualify. So we have here sample NOAA. Please make sure na tama yung name, exam date, exam place ninyo. Yung OR number and OR date nandyan na po. So sabi ko nga kanina, hindi na kailangan yung printed na electronic OR. Tapos application number nandyan din po. Yung seat number and school building assignment ninyo, hindi po nakaprint sa NOAA kasi nga po, na-post siya. Posted na po yung sa atin sa Region 1 parang 2 weeks prior to the examination. So, pakibasa pong mabuti yung nasa inyong NOA or the Notice of Admission, yung nasa harap at saka nasa likod po. Anyway, yung mga nandyan po sa NOA ninyo ay nakapaloob din sa Program of Examination. Paki-ano na lang po, disregard na lang po dito sa part ng what to bring, yung PRC official receipt, tsaka yung window mailing envelope with metered postage stamp kasi hindi po yun applicable sa board licensure examination ninyo. Next naman po, let's proceed to the licensure examination misconceptions. So there are many circulating myths about licensure examination. So we will clarify those myths. Okay? We have myths and facts. First, all examinees shall be subjected to bodily search and inspection of the personal belongings before proceeding to the testing rooms. So nabanggit ko po ito kanina. So this is a fact. Meron tayong dalawang stages ng bodily search doon po sa labas ng gate at doon naman po sa harap ng testing building or testing rooms. So ang magkakandak po ng bodily search and inspection of personal belongings ay ang PNP security officer at ang PRC building supervisor na assigned po. Yan. So ito po yung mga sample ng mga pictures na nagkakanda kami ng body and belongings inspection. Yan po. So lahat ng mga examinees po na nakapasok sa loob ng gate, wala na po silang mga dalang mga prohibited items. Tapos sa harap po ng mga buildings, doon naman po ikakandak ng PRC personnel sa PNP security officer yung least intrusive way of bodily and belongings inspection, which is yung pag-utilize ng metal detector. Okay, yung ating metal detector po, madidetect niya lahat po kahit na nasa loob ng underwear, even nasa loob ng baunan ninyo. So baka may nagpaplano na maglagay ng notes or gadgets sa inyong mga baunan. So yun po. Para smooth yung conduct at wala pong any anomaly, wag na lang po nating balakin yung mga ganong modus. Next, examinees are allowed to check their cell phones during break time. So alam niyo na po ang sagot dito. So this is a myth. Kasi nga po ang cellphone or any gadgets ay considered prohibited item. So doon pa lang sa gate, hindi na siya i-allow na makapasok yung examinee pag may dalang prohibited items, lalong-lalo na po yung cellphone. Next naman po is strictly no erasures on the answer sheets. Actually, erasures are allowed. Pwede kang mag-erase. However, we are discouraging you to do so. Lagi namin nire-remind na strictly no erasures kasi may possibility po na pag nag-change ka ng answer mo sa answer sheet, mababasa pa rin ng machine or the optical mark reader yung sa answer sheet mo, yung dati mong answer. Let's say for instance, on item number 1, ang una mong sagot is letter A. So nag-shade ka na siya doon sa A. Pero pinalitan mo siya upon reviewing your answers. Ginawa mong B. So kahit na binago mo or in-erase mo yung A at sinagot mo yung B at kahit tama yung B, may possibility na mali pa rin yun kasi may madidetect pa rin yung lead ng pencil doon sa A. So please po, strictly no erasure. Ito meron talaga siyang effect sa inyong mga ratings or sa inyong scores. So we have here sample answer sheets ito yung na-detach na answer sheet. So as you can see, wala kayong paglalagyan dyan ng inyong name kasi bawal po yun. Even mga identifying marks, hindi po pwede. So ang pagkakakilanlan lang po ay yung sa penmanship ninyo pag sinulat nyo na yung subject title. That's why it's very important na pag dinetach na po yung answer sheet, isulat na po kaagad yung subject title. Nursing practice 1 or 2 and so on and so forth. And using black ball pen. Pagkatapos niyo pong magsulat ng subject title, bitawan niyo na po ang inyong mga black ball pen kasi sa pag-shade po ng set, either A or B, yung pencil na po yung gagamitin ninyo. So for odd numbered seats, kung kayo ay nakaupo sa unnumbered seats, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and so forth, set A po kayo. For even numbered seats naman po, set B, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on. However, if ever na meron pong absent, for example, si seat number 2, absent siya, ikaw ay seat number 3, magiging set B ka ba? Kasi magmo-move yung ano mo, upuan mo, hindi po. So originally, so based sa seat plan, ikaw ay nasa seat number 3. So seat number 3, odd numbered seat siya, so doon ka pa rin or set A pa rin yung para sa iyo na test question. Ito naman po yung nasa first plyan yung ID sheets and yung mga susunod na plyan yung mga answer sheets na hindi pa na-detach. So please, or you may use your brown envelope in between yung ID sheet tsaka answer sheet kung madiin po yung pag-shade ninyo. Next, leaving an item blank will result in all subsequent items being marked as incorrect. Pag meron ka bang hindi nasagutan na isang item, yung mga susunod na items doon ay automatic na wrong. So this is a myth. Yan. May mga haka-haka po kasi noon na, ay hindi ko nasagutan yung ganitong number kaya bumagsak, mali na yung mga succeeding na or subsequent na mga items. Hindi po. Kung ano lang yung hindi mo nasagutan or na-leave as a blank mo na item, yun lang yung mali. And syempre, yung mga ibang items na mali talaga yung sagot mo. Next, kicking the chair after the exam or breaking your pencil into pieces will bring good luck. For this part, sasabihin namin na myth. Although, we respect all your beliefs aside dyan sa pag-kick ng chair or pag-break ng pencil para hindi na ulit magamit. Yung pagsusuot ng underwear, yung paglalagay ng barya sa medyas, yun po. We respect your beliefs po. Pero itong mga to kasi, i-explain ko po kung bakit sana wag niyo na lang pong gawin. First is yung kicking of chair. This might affect yung iba ninyong yung mga examinees na nandoon sa room ninyo. Kasi ang ginagawa nila, iniikutan nila yung chair, tapos sinisipa. Yan. So, medyo maingay siya. So, pwedeng ma-disturb yung examinee. Aside from that, pwede ninyong masira yung chair or yung mga furniture na nandoon sa loob ng testing room. So, please, wag na lang pong gawin yan. Ito naman pong isa, breaking your pencil into pieces para hindi na daw siya magamit ulit. Why not donate na lang po sa PRC? Kasi magagamit po siya ng mga learners or pupils sa mga testing schools na ginagamit din po namin tuwing licensure examinations. It breaks our heart actually to see yung mga pencils na naputol nasa basurahan kasi pwede pa siyang magamit ng iba. Yan po, sample picture ng mga namin, school and community project. We call it giving back with a blessing bag. So aside from yung mga blessing bag na yan, may mga konting groceries and loots, binibigay din namin sa mga students or sa mga learners ng different schools around Region 1. Yung mga dinonate din ng mga examinees, mga lapis, ballpen, pantasa, eraser, and may mga candies din kami na nilalagay dyan. So yun po, instead of breaking those pencils, why not donate na lang po ninyo. So, this slide naman, Mga contact information naman ng PRC Region 1, we have here mga email addresses po namin. For general concerns, ro1@prc.gov.ph. For PRC Leris account concerns, yung ro1.it. Pag application concerns po, about sa NOAA, about requirements, ro1.application. For your testing venues, yung transfer of exam place or rescheduling of exam, request for rescheduling, ganyan, RO1.examination. Tapos, pwede din kayong tumawag sa aming landline number. And you may also message our FB HPRC Region 1 Ilocos Region. So this ends our prep talk for the February 2026 Nurses Licensure Examination. So we hope this briefing helps you prepare confidently and correctly for the examination. Remember, follow the guidelines, arrive early, bring only the allowed items, and remain calm and focused. So good luck to our future RNs or registered nurses, and may this be your final step toward becoming licensed professional. So again, thank you so much for your time and God bless